Hey guys, Gino here. Today I have a brand new, fresh out of the box Ruger PC Carbine in 9mm. All that I've done to it so far is to run a patch down the barrel, lightly lube everything, and I did switch out the magazine well to the one that accepts Glock magazines. So right now, let's take this thing out to the range and see how it shoots. Okay guys, so I'm going to start out shooting at around 5.5 or 6 yards just to kind of get a feel for this Ruger PC Carbine and see where the sights are at. I also brought out several different Glock magazines, Glock 17, the new gen, the old gen, some Glock 19X magazines, and some of the Glock 31 round magazines. The ammunition that I'll be using is the Sellier Bellot. It is 124 grain full metal jacket 9mm, and I've used it quite a bit in the past. It's decent range quality ammo. So let me go ahead and readjust the camera and we'll get started. Well, the sights are pretty much spot on here at close range. Let me go ahead and readjust the camera and try it something a little farther. So I moved the camera over to focus in on my intermediate targets, and the black round gong is about 12 yards. The first black silhouette's a little over 16, the white silhouette's a little over 21, and the second black silhouette out there is a little over 26 yards. This thing's a lot of fun, but your ammo really does go fast. I went ahead and reloaded some magazines, and now I'm going to fire at my long range set of targets out there. The first one in my long range set is at a little over 41 yards. The next one's a little over 53 yards. You have one a little over 62, one just a little bit over 77, and the last one out there is at 104.5 yards. So I'm going to shoot at the 41 yard first. I'm going to shift out to that 53 yard target. I'm going to see if I can hit that white 10-inch gong that's right there by that 53 yard target. I'm going to shift out to that 62-yard target. Now I'm going to shift out to that 77-yard target. Okay, now I'm going to shift out to that 104-yard target. This thing is really accurate. Really nice. At those farther targets, especially that 104.5 yard, I can't really see where the rounds are hitting. Most of the time I can hear if I'm getting hits, if the wind isn't blowing too bad. And today I did see that there was a little bit of brush in front of the silhouette as I was firing. I just didn't realize it was obscuring the target so much from the camera's viewpoint. And it's a little late now, but I did go out and trim it down after seeing the video, so it shouldn't happen again. Right now, before firing the last few magazines of the day, I wanted to go over some of the specs and give my opinion of this Ruger PC for anyone who's interested. And the weapon is unloaded. This Ruger PC Carbine is model number 19100, and it's a semi-automatic magazine-fed 9mm carbine. It weighs 6.8 pounds unloaded. It features a 16.1-inch fluted and threaded cold hammer forged chrome moly steel barrel. The sights include an adjustable ghost ring rear aperture sight and a non-glare protected blade front sight. And there is a built-in Picatinny rail right on top of the receiver, which is really nice for adding optics. The stock is synthetic and it has a proprietary texture for better control. So the texture is right here in the pistol grip area and along each side of the handguard, and it actually does feel pretty good. There are also built-in sling mounts, and it does have a rubber butt pad, and included in the box are 3, I think they're 1/2-inch spacers that can be used to change the length of pole if you need to do that. It also comes with interchangeable magazine wells for using either the Ruger or Glock pistol magazines. And it did come with the Ruger magazine well installed, so I switched it out with the Glock mag well before taking it out today because I have a lot of Glock magazines. Both the charging handle and the magazine release are reversible to accommodate a left or a right-handed shooter. The safety's right here built into the front and top portion of the trigger guard, and it's a cross bolt type safety. The trigger itself is pretty nice. So there's just a little bit of take up, but once you work through that take up and hit the wall, I'd say it's about a 5.5 to 6 pound pull. And another nice feature is the trigger reset. It's just really short, makes it kind of nice. Another really nice feature of this Ruger PC is the easy takedown action, and that allows you to separate the barrel from the action for storing it or transporting it, something like that. And it is also very simple. So what you want to do is lock the bolt to the rear, and as usual you always want to check and make sure that your weapon is clear before you do this. But once you lock that bolt to the rear, right here at the base of the handguard is a recessed lever. So now all you do is press the lever, turn the barrel, and they separate that easily. And now you can store it or transport it in a much smaller configuration. When shooting this today, I wanted to try and figure out, what it's good for, what's its purpose. I know it's a pistol caliber carbine, which is basically just a short barreled rifle that fires a pistol cartridge. So that means it has a long barrel, a longer sight radius. It also has a stock, and with a stock you have several contact points to help you steady the weapon as you fire it. It weighs around 7 pounds loaded, which is a little heavy for a pistol caliber weapon. It operates via direct blowback. Ruger calls it a dead blow action due to the custom tungsten dead blow weight that shortens the bolt travel, and it's also supposed to help reduce felt recoil and muzzle rise. And I think it works because this Ruger PC has very little felt recoil or muzzle rise. It's really soft shooting. So the ability to shoulder the weapon and get all those good solid contact points, combined with the long sight radius, the extra weight, the dead blow action, they all help to make it much easier to hit your target and make fast and accurate follow-up shots. I would have had a hard time shooting a normal 9mm handgun as fast and accurately as I shot this Ruger PC today, especially at those longer range targets. So what is it good for? The biggest advantage that this has over a normal pistol or handgun, in my opinion, is that most people, and by that I mean male, female, younger, older, most people will be able to become comfortable, proficient, and shoot this thing accurately in a really short period of time. Maybe even in one session with just a few magazines. Usually becoming proficient and firing accurately with a standard handgun takes a lot of time and training, as most of you probably know. It's typically not done in one session with just a couple of magazines. And some people never become comfortable or achieve good accuracy with a handgun, even after lots of training. That's just a fact. So, lastly, what do I think, the Ruger PC Carbine's purpose is? Well, it wouldn't be a bad choice for home or self-defense since it is so easy to use and accurate. It could also be used as a good truck gun, since you can take it apart, store it in a vehicle pretty easy. And that quick takedown ability also makes it a good choice for hiking or a trail gun. And if you needed to, you could use this to take down small game. And this is definitely a great choice for those of you out there that want something that uses the same caliber and maybe even the same magazines as your handgun. And truthfully, this thing is just fun. It has such a comfortable, soft recoil, and it's so accurate that you can't help but have fun with it when you're at the range. If nothing else, it would make a great range gun that most family members would actually enjoy and have fun shooting. So that's my take on it for what it's worth. Right now, let's head back out to the range, fire those last few magazines, and close out the video. So right now I'm just gonna finish off these last couple of magazines before I close out this video right here at my intermediate targets. let me go ahead and pick the camera up, move it back over, and close out this video. That ends the shooting for today. And I have to say, it was a lot of fun shooting this Ruger PC Carbine. This thing's a blast. I wound up shooting a little under 300 rounds. I didn't plan on shooting that much ammo, but like I said, this thing was just so much fun that I just didn't want to stop shooting. And when my youngest daughter gets a little bit older, a little bit bigger, I'm gonna bring her out here and let her shoot this thing. I think she'll fall in love with it. It is just a little bit heavier than I would like for a 9mm carbine, but the trade-off is it has almost zero recoil. And I have to tell you, these sights were just dead on. I didn't even have to touch them, and I'm not going to. But I think my daughter would really, really love this thing. But for now, it's getting kind of hot today, so I'm gonna get out of here. And any day that I can come out here and shoot is a good day. But today, I got to shoot a lot of still with this Ruger PC Carbine, and that made the day just a little bit better. I will see you guys next time.